back in Nullius, where we are halfway there towards achieving all victory conditions, and yet just 28 hours to go, I think, unless I'm terrible at math. No, I'm good at math. 28 hours to go. Now, let's see. We can see our centralized crushing here. It looks like we're going through a ton of calcium carbonate because we are now turning a lot of it into mineral dust. And I think I just want to spend a little bit boosting this up to red belts. And then we can get this party started. I am going to continue the hard work that I started last episode, the important work, the critical work of laying down some sick beats. All right, where did I put this red belt? Here we go. Okay. And now we're not getting enough because... yeah, something's backed up. Oh, the stone's backed up. So let's boost it to blue, I guess. And then why isn't this working? Is this green? It's not green. Okay, let's make this green. Almost there, and then all this stuff should be turned into mineral dust. So we want crusher 3s, or should I just tile this a little more? I think I'll just tile it a little more. Because there's so much room, why not? Let's see. Is that what I want there? All right. So something's not right there, and it's just that I don't have power poles. But that's going to turn off. Yeah, as soon as my base decides to do it, that turns off. Apparently I don't have lamps. Should I check that? Why don't I have lamps? That's kind of troubling here. Kind of troubling. I'm no longer storing those bad lamps. I'm only storing the good lamps. That's so fun. So yeah, I need to just replace these with lamp 2s or do an upgrade planner or something. All right, cool. Okay, and then the sand looks like I could upgrade that and feed it on in. All right, this is not really what I wanted to do, is it? No, it's really not. It's really, really not. What did I want to do, though? Well, I guess it is what I want to do. I did kind of just want to make sure my base is running smoothly. We're getting enough mineral dust boxes here to make as much oil as I need. Let's check the fatty acid production, and that's, oh yeah, pretty good. Okay, we haven't dipped down too much there, like by working through our buffers. You know what I would like? I would like to make this a little easier to see from the map view by putting colorful concrete down there. So let's switch over to my concrete bot. Here we go. Like that? I don't know. Oh well, we're having fun. I'm having fun. Petroleum drones 5 in there. And coal drones 6 in there. And, oh right! Last episode, I was puzzled at these black squares. And you guys knew what it was, didn't you? You knew. You saw. I think I pointed it out when it happened in the episode that I clicked on the paving drone and launched a paving drone when I thought I was launching coal. And so that is why I don't have quite as many coal deposits as petroleum deposits. And I don't know why I did that 7 times when I clearly saw I only had 6 coal drones or however many I had. Yeah, and there you go. They are reaching their destination, and we see the percentage of coal rise considerably. Very nice. 2 more, looks like. All right, 44.33% of the way on that coal. That is, man, that is good. The infinite oil we did was really nice, huh? All right, looks like calcium carbonate is flowing for yellow, full yellow belts of that. So I think I'm happy. Let's continue working on our beautiful music, eh? Beautiful, beautiful music. And this is, of course, a tribute to the Factorio soundtrack. Now I need to get my bearings a little bit. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to check. Allow polyphony is checked, but none of the other ones are. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, so I'll make sure to allow polyphony whenever I want. And now I think we should hear 2 bauxite hits. Yes. Now, do I even like that better, though? Maybe I don't. I think I might leave that off. It's an option to have it. Oh, wait. Yeah, good. Okay. I have to turn it off, and then it'll stop once it reaches 16 things. Okay, I said it's a tribute to the Factorio soundtrack, but now we're clashing horribly with the music. Well, anyways, let's turn it off. Good, it's off. And now I can do some drums, I think. Let's check. We got a drum kit. We got 2 kicks, 3 snares, 2 hi-hats, some effects, high Q. That's probably like a weet, weet, weet. I would expect something like that. Let's test all these out. Oh, we just click on it. Yeah. Cool. Closed and closed. That's a little louder. Which snare should we use? I don't know. Probably the first one, huh? It's a little more, like poppy. 2 is punchier, 1 has more... The kick 2 is punchier, and the kick 1 is more like a pitched thing. And then, is the clap useful? Yeah, clap's useful. Shaker's gonna be useful. Probably won't use the triangle. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, probably won't use those percussions. Okay, let's see here. Let's set up a very simple do, ch, do, ch. You know, I might need a second place to just play with some stuff here. Wrong Android! Every time. We have completed that research, so maybe I should go set up those better worm progenitors. It's easy enough. But first, let me show you. We got a sick beat here. Now, just a little explanation of this song that we are doing. It is a time signature, I would say, is 12/8. That's 12 eighth notes in one measure, and it's divided as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's in 4 groups of 3. So we're gonna have bass drum on the first beat, snare on the second beat, bass drum on the third beat, snare on the fourth beat. That is a very common rhythm called a backbeat or backbreak. Actually, don't know. Okay, looked like possibly need to allow polyphony to get that second snare in there. Why didn't that work? Okay, yeah, it works fine. And then polyphony for the stone as well, because those hi-hats hit quickly. There you go, cool. Yeah, and I actually didn't want to boost that. I was thinking I would want that stone to be super quiet, but I think I do want it loud. And then the bass drum we want pretty loud. Okay, cool. It's just something very basic like that. Now, one thing I wanted to check is, does the resources on the inside of the belt, do those go faster? For example, can I do... let's see here. Yeah, what do I want to do? Let's do a rhythm that's like 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're giving a little bit of extra emphasis on the third eighth note on the beat. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That sort of deal. And we'll do, let's see, bauxite on the first, and then calcite. So that rhythm, bauxite, stone, calcite. And then maybe on that fourth beat, we'll have 2 calcite. So it'll be like, well, we'll find out. It'll work if this doesn't work, which I suspect it doesn't. I think the inside belt will go faster. Anyways, let's set up bauxite will be something like a clap, maybe a quiet clap, or the louder hi-hat. Yeah, we'll do the louder hi-hat. Yep, cool. And then what should that calcite be on the off beat? So I don't want it too loud. I can obviously turn down... Where is calcite? I'm so blind. What is happening? Right there. Jeez. Okay. And... so it could be a clap, maybe? Or shaker. Let's do shaker. And see if this sounds good. No, I do not like the shaker. No. Cowbell might work. Ah, yeah. Well, there you go. It doesn't quite do the trick, does it? It goes faster. Okay, so this isn't going to work. I need to pick all this up about... Oh, and I didn't do polyphony, so that was all messed up. Okay, cool. So yeah, it'll just be one side of the belt. I could do a super long belt so that there's none of this happening, but I'll just leave it. Let's go do worms. We made it over to my worms. You know, I am shocked to realize that's a red splitter. That should be a green splitter. Unbelievable. I don't know that was doing much. Looks like... Yeah, I guess that was kind of a bottleneck here. I think the bottleneck is just the throughput. And yeah, these are never output full, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to check the thing we just did. Gave us a better worm recipe, which I'm expecting to be exactly the same inputs and outputs as the other one. Let me just double check here. So we craft it with, yeah, this is the one we're using now. Worm 2s. And then the inputs are exactly the same. We just need fewer inputs, including grass, which is nice. And including eggs, which is nice. And then we get more worms and more eggs from it. Man, it's just brilliant. And more mineral dust for that matter. So all we have to do is change the recipe and we will instantly be getting more for our resources. You know, something else I can do is do inputs like that. And that should mean that this belt will have more stuff on it. Does that make sense? Because we're gonna pull off the eggs sooner so that these guys will be able to place the worms in the place where they needed to. Cool, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why didn't I just do that earlier? And then if we need extra eggs, you know, like if these guys need extra eggs, they'll just pull it from back here. And indeed, they will still pull it from back here. But that should just help. I mean, that should just give us more eggs and give us more worms and give us more eggs on the belt. It should. We'll see. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was do the better progenitor recipe, which is always helpful. I have 2 places where I'm making worm progenitors, and I can never find anything because I'm crazy how I do this. All right, and now I do need to check and see what the difference is here. So we got worm progenitor 1s, sugar, worm genomes, protocells, amino acid, oil. Worm progenitor 2s, sugar, genomes, protocells, amino acids, oil. So we're adding worms and worm eggs to that recipe. And that gives us 2 progenitors for the same amount of sugar and genomes and protocells and amino acids. So, okay, worms and worm eggs, that's worth it. That is worth it. I do not have a demand chest for this, and I probably don't have... Oh, I didn't change the recipe. There we go. Shift right click, shift left click, remove that demand. And yeah, those happen to be in the logistics storage because I dumped them out of my inventory. But that's not a good way to do it, is it? Instead, we need to... This is the good way to do it. Let's see here. I'll just steal it from here, provide it there, power it up with something sneaky, and then get worms from like here would be just fine. Pick up. Why on earth did I put it there? That is not just fine. I said it would be just fine. Gosh darn it. Okay, cool. So now we got worms in a chest. We got eggs in a chest. And everything's good. Cool. And now we have one more progenitor nanofabricator. I think those are what makes the worm progenitors. Okay, cool. Just got to switch this one over. Oh, we don't have amino acids. Oh, dear. I've been leaving a lot on the table here. So, yeah, we needed all of that stuff. Okay, amino acids is not going. That is terrible. Terrible news. And that's because we don't have enough worms coming here, because that's how we're getting our amino acids. Alright, let's just double check everything's hooked up. Yeah, amino acids is dead. Long live amino acids. Where are our worms? No. Oh, mineral dust. Okay, well that's a fix that I can do. I should just box it and add it, shouldn't I? And now we've got some of that. Now, why is this... Yeah, it still seems like I should be getting more worms and more eggs, but I'm not. Not really sure what I need to do here. I guess I had enough progenitor. Oh yeah, I have a lot of worm progenitors now because it's the amino acids. Right. My worm progenitors basically are starving my amino acids. The more worm progenitors I have, the fewer amino acids I get, and that is because of this here. Now, I should have some coming from here, right? I do have some coming from here. I'm glad I didn't take that out. Okay. All right. Well, I think we'll be okay now because I got that better worm recipe, so we should get plenty of amino acids, I would expect. Okay. Back to music. Back to the important thing. So basically, with this beat, what I'm going to do is copy this like 4 times. That would be what you call a phrase. There'll be 4 measures in a phrase. And then there will be 4 phrases for a total of 16 measures, just like I did with the little melody bit. Now, the second and 4th measure of each phrase are going to be a little different. The second will be a little more powerful than the first and third, and the 4th will be the most powerful of all. And then probably something similar with the 4 phrases. The second phrase will be tweaked a little bit from the first and third, and the 4th phrase will crescendo. Actually, no. This is long enough that the first 2 phrases will be a little more subdued, and then the second 2 phrases will be the big, kind of the chorus. So it'll be like a verse and then a chorus kind of deal. At least that's the way I look at it. There's probably different ways to think about it. So let me basically copy this here, and then we'll add in some more sounds for the second measure, and then we'll add some more sounds in for the 4th measure, and then we'll see what that sounds like, and then we'll copy and paste that for the second phrase. Yeah, you got it. Oh, also, I haven't read any comments since the last video. I haven't seen any in the few hours since it's been uploaded, but I did realize that I should be using numbers to select these instead of like going back and forth here like a dummy. Instead, just hit 1, then Z, 2, Z, 3, two Z's, and then 3, and then 2 Z's, and then 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2. Okay, so that was 1 measure, right? That was 1 measure, all right. And then what do I want to do a little different for the second one? We'll start off with the bass drum. And then, should I immediately change? No, we'll keep doing the bass drum, hi-hat, snare. Oops. Ah! Okay, hi-hat. Oh. Hi-hat. And then probably a little effect there. And then the snare, hi-hat, and maybe another snare. So it'll be, let's see, I kind of got lost here. First measure. Okay, so then bass drum, snare. I did that wrong. That should have been a bass drum. Okay, so now we're on the 3rd beat of the second measure. Wow, I'm going to get lost here. 3rd beat of the second measure. Got to be a bass drum. And then hi-hat. And then let's do bass drum again, so it'll be like boom, booch. Definitely gotta hit a good snare on the 4th beat, and then we can do something like, let's see, sand might be like an extra snare maybe, and then the sandstone. So we'll kind of play around with that because that'll be a little more of a fun little way to end the measure. Like a tick or something like that. Okay, and now once this reaches it, I can test it out, but I do need something. So let's see, I put in bauxite as a little accent. I think I wanted that as the second hi-hat, or the first hi-hat, I should say. The stone is the second hi-hat, right? Yep, the stone is the second hi-hat. Bauxite is the louder hi-hat, and then we have sand and sandstone. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, sandstone. Something like, what is the FX? Yeah, maybe the FX. We'll see. It's longer. It has that longer feel. So if I put it on the second eighth note of the beat, which is kind of an offbeat. It should like stretch out for the remainder of the beat, if that makes sense. And then the third eighth note of the beat needs to be a little harder hitting. What am I trying to do here? This was, sorry, bauxite, sandstone, and then this needs to be sand. I gotcha. And, oh, it needs to be greater than 0. Allow polyphony, I guess. And then something like a clap, maybe. Let's just see what it sounds like. I wish, how do I get the music to stop? Ah, and now we'll get the melody as well, I think. Let's see. Yep. Oh my gosh. I realized that I need a silence. So let's make sugar be the silence here. Okay, we're back. So yeah, the melody starts with what's called a pickup. It's not the first beat of the measure. It's da 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 da, and that loud da 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 da. That crushed iron ore is the downbeat, and we want the drums to start on the downbeat, not the offbeat. So, and I think this sounded good. Oh, I'm still in map mode. I think this sounded pretty good with those little effects in the second measure. Let's listen super closely now that the music stopped. Maybe not. Maybe not. Not really sure what's going on with that effects. Oh, I guess the sand was supposed to be the effects. Ah, that's what I did. The sand was supposed to be the effects. And then the clap was the last bit. Let's just see how much better that is. I have a feeling it's going to be significantly better. Maybe. I'll just leave it. It's kind of cool. That's the way music goes for me. And just like, that sucks, but if I listen to it like 500 times, it'll sound good. Just while I'm waiting on my bots to bring me some of this stuff so I can fill up that, I was looking at my harvesting and I'm backed up on eggs. So that's kind of a bit of a problem because I don't know if I can just do this. Oh, I can do that, right? Yeah, that has no problems except this one. This needs to be a two-way here. Fluid ingredient shortage of, shoot, the solvent? Ah, that, there. So we will replace that with a three-way. That should be okay. That doesn't connect anywhere to the side. Ooh, where's this amino acid going? Is that the problem? Does that amino acid need to go somewhere? Oh yeah, because we got plenty of amino acids in here. Ah, that's the problem. Okay. So then it needs to hook in like this? Is that right? I don't know how that got destroyed. But I think that should do the trick. Because we did have that amino acids in here, and that was probably from some other sort of harvesting. Yeah, that was an output from the fish harvesting, which we were getting plenty of, and then we were disposing of it, weren't we? Oh, it was coming over here and being disposed of. That hurts my soul. That hurts. Well, in any case, we can cry about it, or we can make sick beats. All right, I added in the, let's see. We have, sorry, what did we say we were going to have? We were going to have a measure, 2 measures, 3 measures, 4 measures. So that's one phrase. So I finished the phrase, and then I was going to do the second phrase, and I forgot that I said the second phrase was going to be basically the same as the first phrase. And I think that, I think I need a snare and a, what was the shake? Maybe the sand? No, the sand was the effects. The sandstone was the pop. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to end the first phrase. Then we'll go into the second phrase, which is a duplicate. And then the third and fourth phrases will be a little more loud. Let's see if that works. Nope. Got a little messed up there, huh? All right, what happened? But yeah, I'm not sure. We'll do some troubleshooting, maybe. Well, I think I fixed it. Should we just hear it? Cool. That's what I expected, what I wanted to hear. It kind of seemed like there was something weird going on with the melody. Did you guys hear something weird going on with the melody? I don't know. Maybe there was a wire cross somewhere? Huh. Oh well. Sounded good. Sounded cool. Oh, yeah, right. I started doing a bass thing. So let me just change this to the, let's see, a bass on the lowest A. All right, I just finished the first half. Is that right? Is that the same distance as that? Yeah, I guess it is. That curve is a little longer than I expected, huh? Cool, okay, and then that is the bass drum for the second half, and it lines up with that, does it? Oh, yeah, the crushed iron is the first beat of the measure. Okay. And then, did I set up the bass? Oh, let me set up the bass. And I'm realizing I totally messed up the bass somewhere, because that ends way before... just one beat. I left out one little stone somewhere, and it's so hard to count and see. Oh well, we'll just see what it sounds like where it comes off. The music started. Sweet. And dude, the bass got off by 1 and it was awesome. And I heard it. It's at the very beginning. And it's so cool. Oh man, the bass being off by 1/8 note. It's early by 1, huh? Oh, that's so cool. I did not mean to do that. Happy little accidents, huh? Well, that's going to do for the episode. We'll finish this up next time, and I might have to re-record this whole thing, huh? Because I'm realizing that my mic was away from my face for some of that when I had to pause it, and I never fixed my mic. We'll see if I can make it loud enough to hear. Oh, well. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you next time.